You open the app, tap Request Advance, and expect to see a quick confirmation for $50 or $100 to cover groceries, gas, or a bill due today. Instead, you are met with a denial message or a notification saying you are currently ineligible. That sudden roadblock immediately triggers frustration, confusion, and real financial anxiety. When you rely on a cash advance as a temporary bridge to your next paycheck, an unexpected refusal leaves you asking why this happened, whether your account is broken, and what you are supposed to do right now. To understand why Brigit denied your advance, you first have to understand how the platform evaluates you. Unlike traditional lenders, Brigit does not perform a hard or soft credit check through major credit bureaus. Instead, its algorithm continuously monitors your linked checking account and calculates an automated rating called a Brigit Score, which ranges from 0 to 100. To qualify for an advance, your score generally needs to sit between 40 and 100. When your advance gets denied, it simply means the system flagged something in your recent banking data that pushed your score below that threshold or violated a core eligibility requirement. One of the most common reasons for a denial is an issue with your recurring income. Brigit requires at least 3 consecutive recurring direct deposits from the exact same employer or deposit source. If you recently changed jobs, if your work hours fluctuated significantly, or if your pay schedule shifted from weekly to biweekly, the automated system may no longer recognize your income as predictable. Furthermore, deposits made through peer-to-peer apps, mobile check deposits, paper checks, or cash transfers do not qualify under Brigit's strict income verification guidelines. If your pay pattern breaks even slightly, the app automatically pauses eligibility until a consistent pattern is reestablished. Another frequent trigger is your bank account balance and overall account health. To qualify for an advance, your checking account must maintain a balance above $0 and show consistent daily activity. If your account dipped into the negative, if you incurred overdraft fees, or if your balance was hovering near zero when the algorithm ran its scan, your approval odds drop drastically. Brigit also requires your connected checking account to be at least 60 days old and serve as your primary account. If you linked a secondary account or a brand new bank account that lacks 60 days of detailed transaction history, the system cannot build a reliable risk model and will turn down your request. Your recent spending habits and upcoming bill commitments also play a major role. Brigit's predictive engine compares your incoming pay against your projected expenses for the coming days. If the system detects a cluster of recurring bill payments, rent debits, or an unusually high volume of recent spending, it calculates that taking on an advance would put you at immediate risk of overdrafting when repayment is pulled. In this scenario, the algorithm denies the advance as a risk mitigation measure to protect both you and the platform. Additionally, timing and pending transactions can cause unexpected rejections. If you recently repaid a previous advance, it takes several business days for your bank to process and fully clear the clearinghouse transfer. Even if the money has left your account, Brigit's system might still mark the previous advance as pending until settlement finalizes. Stacking advances or attempting to request new funds while an existing repayment is in transit will result in an instant denial. Fortunately, an advance denial in Brigit is almost never permanent, and there are concrete, actionable steps you can take to fix it. First, check your linked bank account inside the app to ensure Plaid is syncing properly. If your bank connection timed out or required reauthentication, updating your login credentials can immediately resolve data lag issues. Next, inspect your balance and clear any negative amounts to restore a positive standing. Ensure that your employer direct deposits are entering the account cleanly with identical sender descriptions each pay cycle. If you recently switched employers, you will need to wait until at least 3 consecutive paychecks land in the account before requesting an advance again. To boost your Brigit score back above 40, focus on keeping a small buffer in your checking account, even if it is just $10 or $20, and avoid taking out multiple cash advances across different apps simultaneously, as aggressive borrowing signals financial distress to automated algorithms. Most importantly, treat cash advance apps as short-term emergency tools rather than regular income supplements. Building even a tiny automated emergency fund in a separate account can give you a reliable safety net, so a sudden denial in an app never leaves you stranded.